equipment for workers during COVID-19. In particular, what this provides for is that all workers, in particular it specifies those who work in education and childcare, but it would apply to all workers, should their employers are required to provide FFP2 or N95 or higher quality masks. You have a situation where in the Dáil and in the Seanad, TDs and senators get free FFP2 masks paid for by the public, and yet many teachers, many other workers are going to work without the necessary proper protective equipment. Orla Hegarty, who's an expert on these matters, has made the point that using cloth masks, using masks that are less than the quality of N95 or FFP2 is equivalent of going to work on a building site in flip-flops. I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever. Some estimates say that FFP2 masks are up to 60 times safer, provide 60 times more protection than the regular cloth mask that a lot of people are still using. I mean, the government's kind of messaging about COVID has lagged very badly behind the science, in particular in relation to COVID being airborne and therefore ventilation, HEPA filters, but also masks being absolutely crucial in terms of stopping the spread of it. I know that in the US, the President Biden has announced, I think last night, that all people in America are going to have FFP2 masks sent to them. That comes after campaigning from Bernie Sanders precisely to say that people need FFP2 masks. We need the same here. There is no reason that TDs or senators should be getting any higher quality of masks for free from the public than those who are working in schools, in childcare, in shops and elsewhere. Everybody deserves the highest possible protection in terms of masks to protect them from COVID-19.
And what exactly does the bill do, and what's the...
So the bill provides that every worker is entitled to, their employer has to provide these FFP2 masks to protect them from COVID, FFP2 or higher quality masks. So it amends kind of a particular piece of health and safety legislation that currently exists that says people need personal protective equipment, and say in the context of COVID-19, well, that means having at least FFP2 masks or higher quality.
And the last bill you launched would have been about the workplace ventilation, and that would have passed. It was unanimously supported by the Dáil along similar lines to this. Could you give us an update as to what's happening with that bill now?
Yes, it's a month now since our ventilation bill, which would provide for the need for effectively HEPA filters in schools, proper ventilation in all workplaces. It's a month now since that passed. On the day it was discussed, the minister responsible, Damien English, said, I'll give you a call this afternoon to progress this as quickly as possible. We're not interested in delaying it. There isn't any of those tactics happening here. However, no call came, and about a week and a half later we got a letter outlining all the complications, all the reasons why it was complicated to do it, etc., etc. So the strong indications are, unfortunately, that the government is dragging its heels on the issue of ventilation, on HEPA filters, just as it's dragging its heels on the issue of masks. So we need to build the public pressure on them. I mean, if you take the issue of HEPA filters, up until December the government was saying no, there's no need for them whatsoever. Stephen Donnelly made up expert advice that he didn't have, simply just made it up to say, we don't need to have them whatsoever. They changed on the basis of big public pressure from below, where they're now saying, we're providing the money for HEPA filters. But the truth is, they're not providing the money. The money is there, but you have to go through this big bureaucratic rigmarole as a principal and a board of management in order to be able to access it. And the principals are saying that they won't be able to get these HEPA filters until possibly the summertime, whereas we have, teachers, students, SNAs, with the only protection they have against COVID right now is just to open the windows in the context of these quite cold temperatures that we have. And obviously all of this could be avoided, so we have to keep the pressure